Hi there, fellow travelers.
Hello.
I'm Neil.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is
To Travel and Tour TV.
So, how's everyone doing today?
Who all do we have here?
Oh, we got many people. I actually got it on my phone here, too.
Is it working better on your phone than it did on mine?
Well, we'll find out here momentarily.
Oh, and we tried doing something different. We tried playing the intro. Did that come across or not?
Yeah, please let us know. We tried to play an intro. Did that work? We live, yes, we do live. Fishing for Adventures, we
You're
do.
live.
No intro. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, well, better luck next time. We're still trying to work everything out. What am I? Oh, wait a minute. I'm coming through on the other channel, probably.
Where did it go?
Oh, maybe that's my phone. Oh, that's my phone. That's why. Okay. So, there we go. No intro, Jane and Travel says too. Okay.
We'll try it again next time.
Amans Maximo, glad to have you with us. Let's see who else we have here. We have Jay Bowen here. Hey there, how are you doing, Jay? I see Visos Travel, who was here very early, I noticed.
Yeah.
Welcome, Visos. I see Blaine. Hi, Blaine. I saw Spiker just a little bit earlier.
I saw Tracy
Spiker's
was here
Crazy
before.
Adventures. We got a relatively full house here. Yeah, this is great. Glad to have you all with us today.
Thank you all for joining us.
And thanks for joining us. So, what are we going to do? Of course, we're going to talk travel. What else are we here for, right? So, you may remember if you did join us last time, we talked a lot about cruising, a lot about places where we have been. And right off the bat, hey, look, it's Lindsay in the house. Hey,
Hi,
Lindsay. How are you doing? So, what we try to do here is that we make it a little bit more of an international setting. So we would like to have people here from all over the world. Our vision would be that so many months, years down the road, depending on how long it takes, this very chat is going to be like some sort of a mini congregation of the United Nations.
Yes.
That is what we envision.
Because we have friends and family all over the world.
Yes, we do. Hey, I see Oscar is here too.
Hello.
Oscar, how are you doing? So far so good. Let's start with our first topic here. And that concerns JNN Travels. So to give everyone a little bit of a background on that, we had posted a video about the Jamaica resort that we stayed at last year. And it was actually the second video that JNN Travels responded to. And we got a little bit in a discussion, a little bit of a conversation about all-inclusive resorts versus cruises. So I'm going to have a look at some of the comments here that were made. Let's see here.
I don't like to think of it as versus.
No?
No, because I don't think it should ever be one or the other. I mean,
okay.
I like both very much. And I like all different kinds of travel.
Right. So let's see here what JNN Travels wrote. I'm going to read it to you. From my view, it appears that the cruise has a much larger variety of food options and much more / better entertainment, which are two of our favorite items when traveling. Do you agree with this observation? Other than the unlimited drinks and larger rooms, what advantages does a resort have over a cruise? So we thought this was a great question that we would like to spend some time explaining and answering and discussing here on our international live show today.
Where are we at?
So where are we at? We are right here.
There we are.
This is where we are. Okay. So about that.
One of the main differences and one of the main pluses, depending on what you like, is all-inclusive resort is going to give you beach, everyday beach, ocean, which is really nice. I mean, it's something that Neil and I both enjoy. Now, as far as food goes, of course, there's differences, and we don't like real big resorts. So
No.
on some of the giant resorts, they might have 14 or 15 restaurants. Now, the little resorts that Neil and I like might have two. But that's what we like about it. But
Right.
there's something for everybody, just like there's a cruise ship for everybody. There are resorts for everybody and locations for everybody. And one of the things we like to do is return someplace that we liked that we saw on a cruise.
Yeah. Now, mind you, obviously you have ocean on the cruise ship as well. I mean,
But you're not in
the ship
it.
has to sail somewhere.
But you're not in it. You're not at the beach every day. You're at the pool, you can see the ocean, but you're definitely not swimming in the ocean.
No, I mean, that's what the pool would be for. But yes, of course, it's different. So next time I'll just try to snorkel in the pool on the cruise ship.
Why don't you?
So what does Visa Travel say here? All inclusive are nice because the alcohol is 100% free. The all
True.
inclusive has a lot of places to eat as well. Yes, depending on where you go, absolutely, that's true. And he also says the benefits of the cruise is that you visit many places. Yes, now that is something that for me personally, has a lot of value. That is what I like too. And most of the good places you pay more to eat on the cruise and also need to pay for alcohol. Yeah, basically on a cruise ship, what the thing is too that it's very hard to get away from large crowds, um, and that is why we typically have a balcony room on a cruise ship. We like to be able to, just retreat for a little while, sit on our balcony, watch the ocean, and just enjoy ourselves. Maybe have a drink or two, maybe a little bite to eat.
Or three drinks.
Yeah, just to get away from all the hustle and bustle just for a little bit. And that is something that at an all-inclusive resort, from what I observed, is a little easier. So when we went, for instance, that Jewel Paradise Cove in Runaway Bay, Jamaica. Hey, look here. Speaking of different countries, there he is. It's Noor Nidali from Morocco.
Oh, hello.
Hi
Nice to
there.
see you. Nice to meet you.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome.
Glad to have you with us.
Yes, that's great. I'm glad you could make it. That's fantastic. So, but the all-inclusive we stayed at, it was not very crowded. It was very easy to get around. Within what 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you were able to just get around the resort. It was great. So let's have a look at some of the comments here that were made. I
still can't see.
Why don't you look on my phone? Maybe that can help you. So there we go. Blaine says, never been to all-inclusive. How does price vary from if you have 2 in your group to like 4 or even 6 at an all-inclusive resort? Excellent question, Blaine. I'm going to refer that to Kimberly because she's usually involved with the prices and the bookings.
Generally, at an all-inclusive resort, it's going to include 2 people in the room. So therefore, your cost can be lower. A lot depends on it depends on the cruise you pick. It depends on the resort you pick. And it depends on the time of year that you go. Now, the resort that Neil and I went to an adult all-inclusive, so they were more geared towards having only 2 people in a room. Now, I have seen at some of the family resorts, they are geared towards having 4 people in a room and 2 beds, that the rooms will hold 2 adults and 2 kids. So you would be getting a price for 4 people for that one room. So, I mean, it has pluses and minuses. And like I said, as far as costs go, I mean, we did really here. You can look at the phone because I can't see them anyway.
I can read it right here.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Cost as far as that goes is similar, I would say, to a cruise. It just depends on what you pick. It really does.
Okay, so then Jay Bowen here says, the wife and I got married on an all-inclusive. We like the variety cruising offers different ports and can do different things on one vacation. Yeah, to us that is the big appeal for cruising as well.
Yeah.
So far, it's really hard to pinpoint if you like cruising better or all-inclusive, but I will say the fact of the matter is that on a cruise, there's so many places you visit all in one vacation. That is a huge benefit for sure. We have to acknowledge that. Yeah.
And the entertainment is drastically different.
Yes.
I mean, it is. I mean, what they have on some of the cruise ships now is just unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
And at the all-inclusive resorts, well, it's very nice entertainment. It is It's not what they have on a cruise.
No, it is different, but I will say I was quite surprised that I remember when we were at that all-inclusive resort, they gave you a leaflet with the daily program, not unlike you get on a cruise ship. You know how they always put the leaflet on your bed, and just like that, there was every day there was something else to do, and yeah, that made it for a very nice experience too. So Jane Name Travel says here, if you love snorkeling like we do, you get a variety at the cruise ports opposed to stuck at one beach at
True.
resorts. That is very true, provided you're doing a Caribbean cruise, of course. If you're going to the Baltics, I'm kind of doubting there's a lot of snorkeling there. Although, it was only yesterday that I actually came across a very interesting video about snorkeling in Alaska.
In Alaska.
And I'm a snorkel enthusiast. So I look at this video and I see the word snorkeling. I'm like, okay, this is great. Then I look a little further down the very same sentence and it is Alaska. I'm like, what? Snorkeling in Alaska?
Yeah, in Alaska.
So I watched the video and, well, I came to the conclusion that yes, you can snorkel in Alaska, but it involves like a thermal suit and everything. And it's very, very different from what you're used to snorkeling in the Caribbean. So Blaine says here, I think the difference is I like to see the different places you travel to on cruise, whereas you are at one place at the resort. I think this keeps me cruising, but I am not against it one day for sure.
What it comes down to is we love traveling. So whether it is on a cruise ship, an all-inclusive resort, or doing tours through Europe, or Central America, or South America, we not only love the places, we also love meeting the people.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And experiencing the culture. That's very important to us.
Yeah.
So we like all types of travel, I guess. What it comes down to is, to travel and tour. That is the main goal, to travel and tour.
Yeah.
So
it's what's in the name, right?
Yeah.
So, and Jane and Travel says, I've heard that the entertainment / shows are minimal at the resorts versus ships.
Yeah.
Valid point, Jane and Travels, but do keep in mind there's also typically a lot less people on a resort. And a cruise ship, you can have up to 6,000 people now, depending on how big the ship is.
I know, they're huge.
Whereas at an all-inclusive resort, well, how many were staying when we were at? 200?
Well, yeah, it's probably 200-300 people where we were.
You're talking about hundreds as opposed to thousands. So needless to say, you are going to have a little bit less and different entertainment.
And the money backing those shows on the cruise ships is a lot different than the money backing probably on these resorts.
Absolutely.
And on the resorts too, you don't have international people flown in from that live on the boat and all of that.
Yeah.
That you have locals that are putting on shows. And again, that's part of the culture. So it can be a lot of fun.
Right. So let's see here what else is going on.
Hello.
Visa's Travel here says, yeah, entertainment when it comes to shows, the cruises are better 100%. I think it's because everyone is going to see, because you're stuck in one place at the resort, not that way. Yeah, like we just discussed, yes. What are you pointing at? Oh, Jay Bounce comment there?
What does he say?
Okay, Jane and Travels depends on the resort. The entertainment at the resort we had was okay. They had stuff very much like the cruise, while on Lido deck games and stew and stuff, cruises have the leg up on show live music. Yeah, it's all true. There is no right or wrong here. It's just different.
Yeah.
So what we, for instance, had at the all-inclusive resort that I've never seen on a cruise ship before was dinner under the stars.
That was so nice.
So what they did, they had set up tables and chairs on the beach while it was dark outside. They had music playing, and then you had a meal like right there. It was a big buffet they had set up. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I think the bottom line is if you want a lot of variety, then go for a cruise.
Yeah.
Because yes, of course, there is more to see, to do. If you want to have a bit more of a laid back kind of vacation.
You can have a laid back vacation on a cruise too.
Yeah, you can, that is true. But I mean really laid back, like as in hang on the beach and don't do anything.
Yes.
Then an all-inclusive resort might be the way to go. So let's see. I'm gonna scroll back in the
Anybody have
comments
any
here a little bit.
questions?
Yeah, to wrap that up, does anyone have any more questions about that? Actually, I did see some questions here. Let's see. Spiker said, I do love staying in cabin in the mountains sometimes. Mostly
Ooh.
Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge is my mountain getaway. You know what, Spikers? I should definitely look that up because I'm, out of the two of us, more of the outdoors kind of person. Kimberly, on the other hand, likes more cityscapes.
Yes, definitely.
So, yeah, I'm going to check that out. Then Jane and Travel says, what island do we recommend for all inclusive? Well, Jamaica is the island.
So we love Jamaica.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, go on.
I'm looking into Costa Rica right now too.
You are?
I'm looking for when this is all over with, that we can all start traveling again and we can all be happy.
We will get to that point.
We will get to that point.
Oh, yes.
I am looking at Costa Rica and I'm looking at Mexico right now as well. And I'm also looking at some other jewel properties. So I'm using this time to kind of explore other options.
Yeah. Let's see here. Visa's Travel says Turks and Caicos is amazing. You know what? We haven't been there, have we?
Yeah.
No, we still have to go there, but I would love to go. I know, no doubt that it's going to happen at some point when we go on a cruise. And then Visa's Travel said, but Jamaica or Mexico are fantastic. Yeah, not just all-inclusive resort-wise, but those are just fantastic countries to visit in general. Absolutely true. So, looks like Griswold Family Vacay has been to Gatlinburg. I really gotta check that out now. So, yeah, and they also said we go to Yellowstone and Grand Teton. I hope that I pronounced that correctly.
You know where we like in our area?
Mountains.
In our areas, we like Seven Springs.
Oh, it is beautiful there, particularly in the winter. Absolutely. It's about what, an hour away from us, like
ski resort.
Due southeast. It's a ski resort, but we typically go there for the food. They have an absolutely amazing buffet there, and it has a very alpine feel to it. So
it really feels like Bavaria.
Yeah, Bavaria, Austria, that kind of atmosphere. Fantastic food. Always love going there, and usually whenever it's cold, we go there like once or twice.
We like to go up there too right before Christmas, because what they do at Christmas time is incredible. All the trees going up. I'm going to hit you again, aren't I?
You are going to hit me again. That wouldn't be the first time.
All the trees going up where you're driving are all wrapped in Christmas lights. And I mean, it's like miles of it. I don't know. I mean, and everything's all lit. And then you get into the lodge and there's the Christmas trees and the poinsettias and the fire. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. So then there was a question also from Jane and Charles. Are there any all-inclusives in the US?
You know what? I've heard that there are, but
we never looked into that.
I never really looked into it.
No, we've typically more so looked at.
I think it's more
like
outside
Caribbean
the
destination,
country.
Central America, places like that. Another recommendation here comes from Jay Bowen. Please let me know how it's pronounced. Riviera Maya, Mexico. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Definitely. We love Mexico.
Isn't that area where we booked it all-inclusive for an afternoon?
That was in Costa Maya.
Oh, that's not the same then.
I don't know.
No. Well, anyways, in Costa Maya, what we have done twice now is go to an all-inclusive resort for like an afternoon.
It's not an all-inclusive resort.
Well, it's an all-inclusive experience. It's not a resort now, but it's
a bar with a beach.
You get like a massage, you get a beach, you get some food, and it makes for a really nice. Yes, it makes for a really nice afternoon.
Yeah, and as soon as you get off the boat, you can just go right over there, and then you can just start having your drinks at 9 in the morning.
Yeah. So let's see here. Griswold Family Vacations. I love going to Kill Devil Hills for Ocean. Ooh, I like that name. Let's see here. Isla Mujeres, J. Bowen. No, I never heard of that one either, Isla Mujeres. He also says, I think there is one in Florida, but not 100% certain. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there
If
was.
it's going to be somewhere, I would think it would be in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be, or maybe California, even like Southern California.
Maybe.
I could see that too. So I see Daniel Fields is in the house here. Hi, Daniel. Good to have you
Hello.
with us here today. That's awesome. Glad you could make it.
How many people do we have in there right now?
16.
There's 16 of us here.
Yeah, that means we are doing a little better than we did last time. So there we go.
And don't forget, on Saturday, we are going to be part of the cruise-a-thon.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, absolutely.
10 o'clock in
We're
the
actually
morning.
doing the kickoff in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Blaine actually confirms what we were just saying. Florida has a few all-inclusive. Yeah, that's what we figured. And Spiker says Pocono is in PA.
Yeah, the Poconos. Yeah, they're in PA and in New York, I believe.
Oh,
it's
okay.
in that region.
There you go. So, and then Noor says there's a long line of beautiful beaches on the coastline of the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. I take it you're referring to Morocco here, Noor. I wouldn't be surprised if there are. That you know, it's kind of something that isn't really well known here, and that is just like waiting for us to be discovered. Jane and Travels is asking, we are sitting in New Hampshire. Where are you two located? We are in the western part of Pennsylvania. So not the Philadelphia side, but more so in the Pittsburgh direction. Let's see. And Griswold is saying in North Carolina is beautiful. Awesome people, scenery, and Saturday events. You know what? I don't think I've ever been to North Carolina. Have you?
No.
All right, we got to check that out then.
Definitely.
And you know, given the current situation, I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to start traveling more domestically at first, before we get on a cruise again or go to an all-inclusive resort. I saw Nancy Fields has joined our show. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Good to have you with us. And Michelle Bowen has also joined us. That's great. That's great. Welcome, welcome. So, Jay's Isla Mujeres is beautiful. Ride around on a golf cart and see Turtle Sanctuary, and there is a huge statue of the goddess of fertility.
Well, I'd like to stay away from that.
Yes, you do. All right. That's great. Okay. Daniel Field says, to travel on tour, there are a few so-called all-inclusive, but you really pay for it. Yes, no doubt there is. Yeah. You always got to watch. That goes for everything, really. But yes, always make sure that you don't end up paying far more than you really have to.
You know, there's a lot of talk about what we're talking about all-inclusive things.
Yeah.
The drink packages on the cruise ships, whether they're worth it or whether they're not worth it. If it's something that comes along with the package that we've already bought, it's good.
Yeah.
But for us, it's really not worth it. And it also depends on how much they're charging on a particular cruise line and what's included in that. So that's one of the things with the all-inclusive resort that was kind of nice, that everything and all kinds of drinks were already included. So
yeah, that was. Looks like Jay Bowen just spit out his beer when we were kidding around. I think I know what that was about, when that happened. I think I have an idea of when that happened.
I don't have a clue.
Oh. Looks like Viso had a good laugh about that one too. Michelle Bowen also says, yes, stay away from the statue.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It seems like we have some couples in here. We got Jay and Michelle. We got Daniel and Nancy. So that's great. I'm glad everyone decided to join the show here. So what are your thoughts on all-inclusive versus cruises? Do you have an outspoken preference? Seems like most here are gravitating towards cruises.
Yeah, cruisers. And I love cruising. I really, really do.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, so do we.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, so do they. They.
Who?
The brain fart. Okay.
Some people somewhere like cruising.
Some people, somewhere, everywhere,
Maybe,
across the world, like cruises.
perhaps.
No, I'm pretty sure. They really are pointing it out in the chat.
Yeah.
Looks like Viso is all about Jamaica here. It's be my favorite vacation. You know what, Viso? Yes. Whenever I hear that Yaman again, whenever I am in Jamaica, it's like there's something about it.
There is. It has a vibe that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world.
Right, absolutely. Blaine says you can't find anything this good on any of the major TV networks. We had rather be here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Blaine. That is an absolutely great compliment. We appreciate that. Um, we try to just make it an easy peasy going show. Just be ourselves.
What's so nice is we get to talk to everybody and we get to hear what everybody's thinking and what's going on with everybody. And right now, it's so wonderful.
We want that kind of interaction. We want to have people from all over the world here discussing their experiences with us. And that's exactly what's happening right here, right now. So we're absolutely thrilled about that. That's fantastic. So Griswold says here, we have never done all-inclusive. My boys need to be able to get out and explore a variety. This is why we often drive over flying when we travel. You know what, Griswold, that actually makes sense. It is true, when you are driving, you do tend to see a lot more than when you're flying.
And we've done some major driving.
Oh, yes, we have done
in Europe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, the drives we've done. Amsterdam to Munich.
Well, that one time that when you were still over there and I came over to visit, we did 5 countries that month.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, that's right. Because I was living in Germany at the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets interesting. Here I am, born a Dutchman, living in Germany back at the time, taking Kimberly with me on a trip to Italy, crossing through Austria into
Mm-hmm.
Italy. Beautiful road, by the way, beautiful scenery. It takes you through the Alps into Italy, absolutely gorgeous.
And this was at Christmas time.
And this was at Christmas time too, so you can't go wrong there. And then we went up north as well, where my parents were living at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and we stopped in the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Different experience there, that's for sure.
And we got to go to Christmas markets.
Yes, we have been to a fair share of those.
And I drank my fair share of Glühwein.
You know what? That was the funniest thing ever. Because imagine you're in Germany around Christmas time.
It was freezing.
Freezing cold. There is snow, there is ice, there is sleet everywhere. And Kimberly had not been yet exposed to Glühwein. Now, Glühwein is a wine that you drink warm. So it is served warm and it is spiced. So imagine spices like clove, cinnamon, and all that. You can expect that in a Glühwein, but you serve it warm. You just heat it up. Don't boil it, but you just serve it warm.
And they have it in big kettles.
They do. So we went into the city of Munich. I was living in the Munich area at the time. And I told Kimberly, I said, have you ever drank this Glühwein?
I'm like, warm wine, really?
Warm wine. And she gave me this look like, really? Are you serious, dude? Glühwein? But she's adventurous enough to try new things.
Always.
Out. So we went over to this one stand where they had Glühwein. And we got some, and she tasted it.
You got one because I said, let me just taste yours.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I didn't want to take a whole one in case I didn't like it.
Yeah. So then she tasted mine, and then mine was somehow empty.
It was completely gone. I don't know what happened.
Oh, did you enjoy
it
that?
It disappeared.
Was that good?
It evaporated.
Next thing I know, I am dragged from stand to stand to stand, and I don't think there was any stand we missed, and we drank the Glühwein everywhere.
It could be different. So it was my job.
Hey, Didago agrees with us. It's really good.
Yes. You know who that is?
Oh, of course I know who that is. Yeah. So yeah, Glühwein, we can definitely recommend that. So let's have a look at the comments here again. Daniel Field says we prefer cruises. Haven't gotten to do a fully all-inclusive hotel resort stay.
Tracy's saying about the Easter buffet at Seven Springs.
Well, hold on, we'll get to that. There is a lot in between.
There's so much.
We better get our practice in.
I know.
Get a little bit of the speed up and going here. So. J Bound says we book an all-inclusive every other year just to go back to where we were married, but cruising I want to do 8 times a year.
I agree.
Amen to that, Jay. We actually do agree with you. The more cruises and travels, the merrier. Absolutely, you're right about that. Jane and Travels, you covered our preferences. Excellent.
Thank you.
Viso's Travel is already in Jamaican spirit. It has a different vibe for sure, Yaman.
Yeah, come on.
Oh man, how I miss that! How I miss Jamaica. Let's see. Jane and Travels. So appears to be a huge NCL fan. Love driving to the ports. You know what? The experience on Norwegian is great. We have done a Norwegian cruise, and although I wasn't overly impressed with the ship itself, the experience was great.
Right? I liked it. I liked the whole thing.
Yeah, but if you compare it to a ship like the Divina or even the Carnival Victory, those are ships that are really made to look flashy and nice.
The Divina is very shiny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just MSC's way to be very shiny. And that's nice. But I really did like the Norwegian. I had a good time. I thought everything ran very nicely. Food was good. Buffet was great.
Yeah.
They had crepes on the buffet.
Oh yeah, the crepe station.
I mean, how can a crepe station be bad?
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Michelle Bowen says, I prefer cruising. If there's bad weather, the ship can maneuver around the storm.
Sure.
And all inclusive, you're stuck and you have to deal with whatever weather you get. Michelle, that is absolutely true. You are correct there. Let's see. Nancy Fields actually seems to favor NCL, Norwegian, as far as cruises are concerned.
We want to try more cruise lines. We went on Holland America, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and MSC.
Yeah.
Probably the next cruise we're going to be looking at is probably going to be Celebrity.
Yeah, or Princess.
Or Princess.
Depending.
But what depends on what special's running, you know?
Yeah, we tend to not really stare ourselves blind on the cruise line itself. We are more itinerary shoppers, so to say, as far as that is concerned.
Well, you are.
Well, maybe. Well, maybe you're more about the boats. Oh, sorry, I used the B word. My bad.
Ship.
Yeah, shame on me. Go ahead, beat me. Go ahead, beat me. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right. So, but don't get me wrong. I do appreciate a great ship, absolutely. And it does play a major role as well. It does. It must have a good buffet. Must have a great dining room.
Yeah, they've been talking about changes in the way buffets are going to be. For good or for bad.
What do you mean?
There's been talk about on the cruise ships, instead of having the free-for-all at the buffet where everybody gets what they want, that they're going to start serving people when cruising gets back up and running.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
No.
I mean, we've all seen some people be rather rude at the buffet.
Yeah.
Touching things that they shouldn't touch and going.
Hashtag Don Terrace.
Yeah. Don, don't touch my food.
No.
But you see people doing some gross things at the buffet, and this would eliminate all that. I think it's better for everybody. It's better for everybody's health.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the comments here again. Jane and Travel says to Nancy Fields, we want to try some other cruise lines, but I can't see how they could beat NCL. There you go.
When you really like something, I understand that. It gets...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nancy then says, Jane, we did Princess in February. It was good, but still like NCL the best. Oh, that's remarkable because Princess does have quite the reputation for exquisite cruises. I'd like to experience that for ourselves sometime. Blaine said, oh, this must be still about the glue wine. So you staggered your way through. It was getting there.
Well, you know what? No, we do pretty good.
Yeah. But we have had days in Germany that we kind of staggered our way back.
Well, okay. I know exactly how much alcohol I can drink. I'm very good at that.
And then there was a Croatian carpenter that decided that we can have some more beer.
And he bought, and Yeah.
Yeah, the rest is
It would have
history.
been rude not to drink it.
How long did it take us to go off those steps to the train?
It was a very slow ride. It was a very slow
It was
walk to the
almost like a
train.
hike.
Yeah. But we made it.
Yeah. Tracy says Easter buffets are amazing. Yes, they are.
Hmm. That's
Uh,
she's talking Seven Springs.
oh, Jane and Travels is asking here to travel to. What is your favorite cruise line? Ay, 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 ay. I think you're going to be in for different answers here, J&M, because for those of you who know us a little better, you may know that me and Kimberly don't necessarily agree on everything. We do have in common that we like traveling a lot. I mean, that's really our passion. But yeah, there are some differences here.
But that's a good thing because we get each other to try different things. Because it might be something that I like more or something that he likes more, which opens it up for more adventure, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
But as far as favorite cruise line,
Well, you first.
you know, it's so hard for me to pick because there's certain things I like about each one of them. And I generally like the one I was on last the best.
Yeah.
And I've had some great experiences on Carnival and have had some great food on Carnival. Um, I
Yeah.
I've had probably my best experience on an MSC and my worst experience on a different MSC. So that makes it hard.
Yeah. So, but you've also been on other cruise lines.
Yeah, Royal Caribbean.
Yeah. I mean, the dining room service in Royal Caribbean was second to none.
Oh, well, a lot had to do with our waiter, who was amazing. Who am I going to go with?
Don't look at me. This is your opinion.
My opinion.
I don't make your opinion. I don't make up your.
You know
opinions.
what? I'm going to have to go with MSC.
Still, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. As for me, I think. Oh yeah, I'm kind of torn so far between Norwegian and MSC. I would have to say I very much enjoyed the free at sea cruising experience of Norwegian, the freestyle cruising concept that really appeals to me. But at the same time, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that can topple the sail away on the MSC Divina.
Yes.
We had an epic moment. When was it? 2018. When we went on that big cruise to South America, Central America.
Yeah, that was a nice cruise.
It was a perfect setting. So you had the sunset in with the Miami skyline in the background, then a famous Italian song thundering out of the loudspeakers across the harbor. It was amazing, like from a fairy tale.
Yes,
it was absolutely amazing.
Now I do like the food on Royal Caribbean, and I do like the food on Carnival very much. MSC. There's a certain now this time in the dining
the
room.
pizza on MSC.
Well, yeah. This time on MSC, I will say the food was pretty good. I mean, especially in the dining room, it was very good.
Yeah. I see Travels with Cheryl and Ed have joined us. Hey guys, how are you? Great to have you with us today.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much.
So, who's your favorite? Norwegian?
I told you. I'm torn between them. I want the Norwegian experience on the MSC Divina.
Okay, with the food from Royal Caribbean.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Yes. All right. Well, we're getting a little busy here. 19 people here. Oh, that means we really broke our record from last time.
Yes.
So let's see if we can go through the comments here a little bit. Nancy Field said, we have done 10 Norwegian cruises. You have to experience the Haven. Oh, we would love to, Nancy. We will need to save up a little more for that.
You know, I've done now twice on MSC. I've done the Aria experience.
Yeah, and that was nice. Yeah.
And that comes with a massage for each of you in the spa, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And the spa on the MSC Meraviglia was just unbelievable. They had the whole thermal area, but there was thermal area and there was cold areas, and you went from each one to, and you had full access to that as much as you wanted throughout the whole cruise. And I really discovered I am definitely a spa person.
I am too, but that is for the massages.
I know.
That
That's good.
I really, I mean, I was melting away last time I was on the Divina.
We had two.
I went in. Well, I think I came out. I didn't know I could, but I felt like pudding.
Yes.
It feels. I mean, I don't know if you can say that really, but it really felt like I was pudding. Like, that's
Yes.
how I came out of the massage room.
Very relaxed.
Absolutely. So Blaine is asking, will you try Virgin? You know what, Blaine? We are kind of hesitant about that, in all honesty.
No, I
We
mean,
looked at some videos about Virgin. Didn't Ben and David have one that we watched?
Ben and David, Emma had one too.
Emma Cruises. Yeah, we watched one of theirs too, and we were really not that impressed. It isn't really our style, I don't think.
It's, well, I mean, granted, if they called us today and said, hey, we want to send you on it for free, we might think about it, of course. But I don't think it's really, yeah. We like cruising very much. And this is basically geared towards the uncruise. So it has very different things. And a lot of things like the seating not being very comfortable and no buffet at all.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's really bad. That's right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, there was no buffet at all. Yeah, that's big whammy right there for me.
Yeah. But I mean, later on down the line, maybe we try it. It's possible. I never rule anything out.
I have more of a tendency to do that than you, but you know, for the right price, we may just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jane and Travel said, love the Bliss back in December, never done the Encore. Okay, what was the we were on the Jade, right? Norwegian Jade. Yeah, we liked it. It was a great ship. Nancy Field says, we do not pay for our cruises, so spoiled through NCL Casino. Oh boy. You really made your way through there, didn't you? Okay. Daniel Field says, the Royal Princess was fine, but the casino was small and the entertainment was very good, but aimed at the traditional classic style. Okay. That's good to know. I don't think the casino necessarily mattered to us. We're not really big casino people.
We're
but
not big gamblers.
No, but the entertainment, that is what matters to us. We're pretty much every night in the theaters. That's where you can find us for the shows and everything. We love the the comedy shows. We love that too. On our last cruise, they had a great improv comedy. What's it called again? Beer Prof.
Beer Prop. That was nice.
Yeah, they were really funny. Those guys. They very much interacted with the with the people watching them. So, and that's how the jokes came around. It was not scripted or anything, and we really liked it. Let's see here. Daniel Field said to Blaine, I may never cruise Virgin when you're 5. Day cruises 35% more than the big 3s. 7-day cruises and your light switches in the closet. I am just not sure.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see, Daniel, that is kind
Why
of.
would you put the light switch in the closet?
Those are the things we have issues with too. That really makes us scratch behind our ear and go, do we really want this? Are we going to enjoy this? So yes, absolutely valid point there. Viso likes Disney. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I've heard a lot of great things about Disney.
I've only ever heard great things about Disney.
Yeah, well, maybe try them out someday.
Now, has anybody done the new Celebrity Edge, the balcony that kind of opens? Has anybody done that yet?
Yeah, if so, please do let us know. Write a comment because
how you liked it.
Yeah,
because I've heard different things from different people. Some people are telling me that it doesn't feel like a balcony; it feels like you're just opening a window.
Yeah. So Travels with Cheryl and Ed says, I've only sailed on Disney and Royal, but I do have Norwegian booked for 2021 to Alaska. Oh,
Alaska is on our list.
Like top 5?
Well, this year we had some big travel plans. We did.
Yeah, we had some options that we were looking into. There was Egypt.
Yes.
There was Peru.
Mm-hmm.
There were cruises.
Mm-hmm. And the cruise that we were looking at was Alaska.
Yeah. Indeed. So, and we would love to go to Alaska and check that out. That's really high on our list. Jay Bound says we had a cruise on Virgin just to experience it, but it was cancelled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, you can expect it in this time,
Well,
but the disappointment always remains.
right when that came out is when everything went to heck. And yeah, I mean, what was it because we were on the Divina when they had that little sailing for Virgin. And then some of the vloggers and things were on the boat, and that was all coming out while we were still on the Divina. And then right after that, pretty much cruising stopped.
Yeah.
So nobody got a really good feel for it, I don't think, either.
Now, Jane N Travels had a fun comment here. Visa Travel, I agree with your Disney choice, but I have to mortgage the house to go on it again. Yeah, I have heard they are kind of pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Blaine says Emma, which will be on Saturday at noon during the cruiseathon, had a good video, and I will not try Virgin after reviewing that. Yeah, that's kind of where we had to as well, Blaine. It's just too many things, and like the comment that was just made too about the switches in the closet. It's things like that that don't make much sense to us, and that we do not find very appealing. And we actually agree on that.
Yeah, and like I said, and also Emma also pointed out too about the seating not being very comfortable for anyone, especially someone who's a little bit larger. So
yeah. Travels with Cheryl Net says we were not really impressed in Virgin from what we have seen. Yeah, another one that says that. I really, all considering, I don't really see us go on there anytime soon.
Well, they said that they basically designed it for people that don't normally cruise. And probably everyone that's here right now is people that normally cruise. So maybe they didn't design it for us. Now,
right.
I don't know why they wouldn't want to, but they're trying to get a different group. So maybe they will have success with that. I don't know.
Yeah. So Nancy Field said, I won a lot on the NCL Encore in December between 25 and 26 grand. Holy moly, Nancy.
Oh my goodness.
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
You go.
Good for you, and I'm sure you're getting your worth out of that one. That is fantastic. So Viso says, to travel on tour, don't make me cry. My Alaskan cruise got canceled. Yeah. As for so many people, Visa's travel,
a lot of people were going to do
terrible.
Alaska this year.
It seems like a lot of people were going to go for that, but there's just no way. Daniel Field said, we did Alaska last April on the Bliss. It was great, and we got wonderful weather. See, that's nice. And I would imagine it's going to be cooler.
Now, did you do? When did they say they went?
Last April.
Last April. Okay, because I know they do them in the spring and in the fall.
Yeah. So yeah, please do let us know what the weather was like. I kind of have an idea, but I just like to have a better idea since you have experienced it firsthand.
Now, did you have on your Alaskan cruises? Anybody who's been on one, did you have a balcony or did you take an inside or an ocean view?
Yeah, we do want to know that too. Travels with Sean Ed says our Alaska cruise is with Tony and Jen from Leo Loca. Oh, okay. Nice. Gonna be fun going on the Encore. Yeah. They were actually on the last Divina cruise we did. That was not awfully long before the world pretty much ended. Griswold Family Vacations. We are going to Disney World this fall and Alaska next summer. So looking forward to getting back out and traveling. Amen to that, aren't we all? So are we. Trust me, we can't wait either. And like I said before, I can see us travel perhaps a little bit more domestically. Keep in mind, in the good old United States, there is a lot to see. It is almost more of a continent than a country. And there's plenty here that I would love to visit sometime. So let's see here. Blaine says, I had to rebook my DW trip. We had the week of the May 4th. Now going in September, then cruise in October. I hope you're going to make it, Blaine. I hope that doesn't come too soon. Me and Kimberly do not share the same opinion as to when travel is going to be possible again. What did you think again? October?
I think we're going to be traveling in October again.
Yeah, so if you go by Kimberly, then you may be able to still make it. And I personally think there will be no travel really until 2021. I really hope I'm wrong.
I hope he's
I
wrong.
really hope I'm wrong, but yeah. So let's see here. Where were we?
What does everybody else think?
Here.
Has anybody's opinion changed this week with things changing?
Yeah, we would like your input on that. Please do
When
let
do you
us
think
know.
we'll be traveling again? And what kind of travel? Are you all going to stay domestic, or are you going to go back on a cruise ship, or maybe try an all-inclusive?
Or just go all out international.
Yeah.
That would be possible. Yeah, do let us know what your thoughts. Griswold said to Blaine, we are still scheduled for last week of May, but are thinking of changing to Thanksgiving week. Yeah, that might be your best shot there, Griswold. Jay Bowen said there, the wife and I are literally discussing booking Carnival Breeze in December this year. 8 days to St. Kitts and St. Martin, $1,200, great price. Yes, that is a great price.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. And St. Martin, we were there on our last cruise. Absolutely amazing.
We have a video. It's beautiful.
We do have a video of that. Feel free to check it out. Yeah. It's amazing. You're going to love it for sure. Griswold then said, I have been once to Alaska with my grandpa for my college graduation. We had an interior. Ooh, okay. But you know what? After everything that has been happening at sea with these cruise ships, I'm not so sure I would ever do an interior.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Whenever something is going on like that, I do want to be able to get some sunlight, get some fresh air. And so for us, balcony is the one and only way to go. Blaine says, we always do balcony because my wife finds it nice to sit out on balcony and read or write, especially sea days. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Blaine. That's kind of the way we feel about it. Just, have your own little space there. Oh, I do have to mention something. We made it to 20 people now here. How about that?
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, welcome. Glad to have you with us. I see Josh joined us. Hey, sorry I'm late. Been working at school. Josh, don't worry about it.
Glad to have you, Josh.
And welcome here. We're really glad to have you. So let's see.
The Down Under Cruisers are here.
Down Under Cruisers.
Hi.
All the way from Down Under. Hey, how you doing, guys? Great to have you with us here.
So we've had Australia.
Yeah.
We've had the Netherlands,
Morocco,
United States. Any Canadians sneaking in?
I wonder. It just might be, but this is going the right direction.
If you're from a country that I didn't mention, please let us know.
Yeah, please do. We would love to know. Like I said, in due time, I want this to be the freaking United Nations in the chat. Just all over the world.
All over the world.
That is like a dream for us coming true. So let's see here.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, there you go. Hey, way to go, Blaine. It is the signal, the Canadian signal. Yeah. All right. Daniel Fields said, they say April in Alaska is the lowest rain, but some animals are still hibernating. We had a balcony, but we spent most of the time in the observation decks. Yeah, see, I can definitely see us going to the observation decks too.
You know what I really want to do? I want to go whale watching. That's one of my big things that I really want to do.
That would be awesome. Yes, absolutely.
That's like one of those things that you say like a bucket list thing. I want to do that. I want to go whale watching.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. I would love to do the same thing. Yeah.
We agreed, so we must.
Yeah. Then it is a must too. If we agree, that means it's an absolute. Yeah. Let's see. Jane N. Travels is asking, what have been your favorite excursions? Oh, that is a great question. You first, ladies first.
Favorite excursion?
I can think of one top of my head right away.
Is it swimming with dolphins?
Heck yeah. Yeah, how would you guess?
He loved it.
Oh, that's something else. If you haven't done that yet, whenever you go to Cozumel or any of those places, do it. Spend the extra money. It's worth every penny.
It is. It's one of those bucket list kind of things. You really want to do it. I had some really great excursions over the years. So for me just to pick one, that gets difficult.
I really like climbing the Dunn's River Falls too.
Dunn's River Falls was amazing.
I just like climbing waterfalls.
You do?
You don't?
No.
You just take the steps up?
No, I did climb Dunn's River Falls. I did do 3/4 of the way up. And then I decided, I looked, and the last part looked the steepest. And I'm so clumsy. And I was grateful that I was still alive.
I saved your life on more than one occasion that day.
So did the guide. I mean, I'm really clumsy. And I was still alive. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to push my luck. I am going to exit here. And I went up the steps the rest of the way. And Neil had a better time because he wasn't worried about me.
I had a fantastic time. Really did.
Mm-hmm.
So Blaine says that he likes to see when he gets to port and leave ports. Yeah, so do I. Absolutely. That's a very nice thing to see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that does make that balcony. I mean, we did an ocean view. I've done an ocean view twice. Once when I went with one of my friends, and Neil and I did an ocean view one time. I'll tell you why. Because it was on a Royal Caribbean. It was out of Baltimore. It was on Grandeur of the Seas. And it's a very nice older boat. And we had a great time. They don't have a lot of balconies to offer on that particular ship. I'm saying boat. Bad.
There goes the buzzer.
Yeah, on that particular ship, they don't have a lot of balconies to offer. So the difference in price was like double between, if not more, between the ocean view and the balcony. And I said, you know what? We'll just do the ocean view. And I still feel it was the right decision on that particular cruise, but I do really prefer a balcony.
Yeah. Blaine comes with a rather ominous prediction here. Some smaller cruise line will fold if it's 2021. Yeah, see, Blaine, again, I really, really hope I am so wrong about this. The thing is, here's the deal. I am an optimist when I can be, a pessimist if I have to be, but a realist above all else. And the realist in me says it simply isn't going to happen till 2021. Again, maybe Kimberly disagrees. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope she is right. I really, really do. Particularly because I do believe you're right. Some of the smaller cruise lines may indeed fold if that is truly the case. Jane and Travels seems to agree with Kimberly here. Don't think they will be cruising until the late fall at the earliest.
I hope.
Viso's hoping for September, October. Virus should die with the heat of summer. I've heard that, but I don't know who to believe, what to believe anymore. So many things have been said.
I know they're talking about in the Pittsburgh area that there is a vaccine that they started testing now. So hopefully that pans out and we can all get vaccinated and we can all get on with our lives here very quickly.
Yeah, provided they don't mess with the vaccine.
It'll be fine.
I don't know. Nancy Field says, or actually Didico said, I think it will be domestic for a while. Yeah, sure, why not? Nancy Field says, I want to go back to Vegas and a cruise in October in NCL to Mexico. Vegas, we almost went there the one time for a little getaway.
Yeah, we had a cruise canceled because of a hurricane.
Yeah.
And then
that year. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then we ended up doing a staycation. And we talked about just going to Vegas. We decided not to. What we did was something a little different. We acted like tourists in our neighborhood.
Yeah. So we drove a whole 2 minutes and then just explored what all there was to do. And quite frankly, we were surprised as to how much there really is.
We did a lot of, you know how you always say, oh, when I get time, I'm going to go to that restaurant. When I get the time, I'm going to go check that out.
Oh, we had that time then.
I'm going to do this. And I want to eat there. You go past it. And we took that week or so, and that's what we did. Those places that you say we're going to eat there sometime, we did. We went to the museum in our town. We went to different parks. We tried different things. It was good.
Yeah, for sure. Fisher from Venture said, luckily we are in Themes Park Central, so if they start with them, we can hit them up and then cruise after. Yeah, great idea, for sure. Let's see. Daniel Field says, we have an October cruise out of Los Angeles. I suspect all of the cruises out of California, and especially New York, will not sail till 2021. Some others may sail. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to predict, but
there's also the option that Europe might open up for cruising before the United States.
Yeah, and I didn't think of, but then you still would have to go to Europe first by plane.
Yes, and you can. It's hopefully.
Hopefully. Down Under Cruises said Australia is locked down until after August as far as any travel out of the country is concerned. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. The latest I heard about Australia was that they got hit pretty hard.
It's just been.
This isn't going to be over anytime soon. Okay, I see. J Bowen said, I think we will be back cruising in October. I hope I'm wrong because my wife is a cruise agent. Yeah, of course. Then yes. Then the sooner the better, of course.
Well, the good thing is we can all come together like this and talk and share our experiences and get all ready for when we can travel again. And this downtime has given us all the opportunity to make a lot of new connections with a lot of different people from a lot of different places.
Yeah.
And that's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, we really like that. That's a big plus. Yeah. So Travels with Shell and that says we'll get there. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. CCK Media. I don't think we have acknowledged you here yet. Our apologies for that. We're still relatively new to this, but
to the scrolling.
Welcome. We're glad to have you with us. Very glad you joined. Viso said that he's actually from Spain, living in the USA. Mm-hmm. That is something I did know. Travels with Cheryl and Ed said, saw your dual resort videos the other day. Now we want to go there. Yeah, I don't blame you. Mm-hmm. Really don't blame you. Blaine said, you can well watch from the cruise. Watch me eat sometimes on a cruise. I'm like a whale when I'm done. That's a good one, Blaine. Yeah, I can imagine. Don't we all do that kind of behavior sometimes on a cruise, huh? Okay, Daniel Fieldson said, we have to wake up slightly early on Saturday so we can get our dogs fed to catch the start. It is very early out here in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, time difference. That's right. That's how big the US is. It just proves it. Like 3 hours time difference between East and West.
There can be, I think it's up to
if
4.
Not 4 even. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's going to be really early for some people, 10 a.m. or 10 a.m. start. If it's 4 hours earlier.
Yeah. For the cruises on, you mean. Yeah.
At 6 a.m.
Let's see what else. Daniel Fields said, I'm more concerned that they will cancel the Star Wars convention in August at Anaheim, California. There is that issue, no doubt. Yeah.
I actually wanted to go on the Star Trek cruise.
Yeah, you did.
I do.
You did. I remember that. CCK Media said, show us the best of Pittsburgh. How do you discover the hidden nuggets of your town? We don't quite live in the city, but that's a great idea, CCK Media, because Pittsburgh, in our opinion, is a very underrated city. It has a lot to offer. It truly does.
It's beautiful, too.
And it is not that far for us to go to
45
do some
minutes.
Looking around. Yeah, great idea. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, eventually there are going to be videos on Pittsburgh. That is part of our plan.
Yeah. J&N Travel said, love the thought of an Alaskan cruise. Only thing holding me back is the weather. Love to swim and can't picture cruising without any dips in the ocean.
You know what, though? I did a cooler cruise in the fall. I did New England in Canada, and I loved it. Because I was thinking, I don't know, is this something I really want to do? Is it? But you know what? I loved it. I really, really did. And I really want to do another colder cruise. It was really, really interesting. And you find that there's so many things on a cruise ship that you do like to do. And I like spending the time outside in the cooler weather as well. I mean, it was nice to sit out on the balcony with like the heavier sweater on and a cup of hot chocolate. It was really beautiful. And also, too, is I had the full access to the spa with the thermal areas. And I think I enjoyed that even more being on a colder cruise.
I've never been on a colder cruise, but I'd like to try it because I do like cool weather. I mean, born a Dutchman, I'm used to the cold, that's for sure. So Jay Bowen goes with a nice suggestion. United Nations Group Cruise 2021. There you go, Jay. Way to go.
Perfect.
We like that a lot, that thought. Travels with Cheryl and that said, gotta go and get ready to leave for work. Stay safe out there. Thank you so much for stopping by, Cheryl and Ed. Be safe out there and stay healthy. Down Under Cruises and said, what an awesome way to meet newbies and develop great new relationships. That is for sure. J&N Travels then asked, have you sailed out of Boston, New York, New Jersey, or Baltimore?
Out of Baltimore and out of New York.
I only out of Baltimore, out of that group. We do like Baltimore.
Like Baltimore very much.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest weather when we went. That was that cruise that stopped in Bermuda and the Bahamas.
Yeah, it took us like 2 days to get nice weather.
Yeah, but the port itself, everything was organized nicely. Parking was easy. No problem at all.
I don't want to talk about New York.
You don't like sailing out, but you have to admit, I cannot imagine sailing out of New York not being awesome. With all the lights and everything, and the skyscrapers and
we're
Statue of Liberty. That has to be something else. Down Under Cruiser, let me see. Blaine said will be 7 a.m. for West Coast Saturday. 10 a.m. your time is middle of the night for us as Down Under Cruises. Yeah, Australia. Of course, that has to be something else.
Middle of the night.
But you know what, Down Under Cruises, we have decided that we are going to simply save our uploads. So in case you miss it and you do want to catch a few moments of our show, you can always come to our channel and have a look in retrospect.
And we do want to ask, how does everybody feel about this time on a Wednesday? Does this seem good for everybody?
Yeah, that is something we have been considering to have a show on every Wednesday. Just an easy hangout for everyone who wants to join. And then, yeah, if so, do let us know what time you think would be good. We do value your suggestion. You can always message us, Facebook, or just comment on YouTube, whatever you prefer. We have Twitter now, too.
You do?
Yeah. I made an account for that. Down Under Cruises said, I don't know about you guys, but I love the thought of any cruise. Yeah, who doesn't anymore? Yeah. That's for sure. And then they said, if you like a cooler cruise, try a cruise to New Zealand, coming into Milford Sound. Absolutely. Milford Sound, where did I hear that name again? I heard that name earlier this week. You know what? I think it was someone whose video I watched about New Zealand and then said to make sure to go to Milford Sound. So that's now the second time that has been mentioned to me.
So that's a must now.
That is a must now, yes. Griswold Family Vegay says, hey guys, I gotta run and pick up dinner for the family. Great stream. Would love to see everyone in a couple of hours. Have a great night. Griswold, thank you so much for stopping by.
And we will
appreciate it. And hopefully until next time. Down
time is it?
Is 8 after 5 already.
Oh my, we've been over an hour.
Yes, we have. Going strong. Down Under Cruises then said, awesome, happy to catch up with you guys. Any morning at 6 a.m. is fine by me. Why not, Down Under Cruises? Why not? If 6 a.m. works for you and it is a time for us that we're awake, then why not? Michelle Bowen said, during this lockdown, this time works well. So the 4 in the afternoon. Daniel Field says it's 1 in the afternoon. So as long as I'm working from home, it works. Otherwise, I would have to rewatch later.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Milford Sound is apparently located on the South Island of New Zealand.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of great things about New Zealand.
Me too.
And it keeps coming up again. I'm thinking, should we do New Zealand by itself on a cruise? Or should we combine it with Australia? I think it would have to be by itself because Australia is just too freakishly big. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, we would have to talk about that sometime. Blaine says, yes, time is good until we get back to normal.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And Jay Bowen says, as long as you're buying the beer, I'm in. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guess what we have in the kitchen, Jay? Guess what is waiting there, winking at us?
Yeah.
Spiker said, I want to do another live before Saturday myself, just not sure when and time.
Let us know. We'll stop by.
Do let us know. We will be more than happy to stop by. You guys have been so supportive of what we're trying to do.
We appreciate it
really
so much.
Appreciate it. So any way we can help you promote it, do let us know. Post it in the To Travel and Tour community. Make use of any means that we could possibly offer you. We would be happy to help you out. Visos Travel said, To Travel and Tour, I am back. What are we talking about now? Visos, we owe you an apology, first of all, because 4 o'clock was indeed the time for you. Yeah, because it was like 3 o'clock his time then. Anyways, I got the times all mixed up. But I know that a few minutes ago, he was actually going to stream one of his own videos.
Oh, I am sorry.
We do apologize. We really do. We just really got caught up in the chat, and I guess might be a learning moment.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I didn't even know.
No. I knew, but then we got caught up, and and it was only a few minutes that he had it on.
Well, it's there. We can take a look at it, can't we?
We are gonna have a look at it later on. Yeah. Viso, make sure you upload it, and then we can watch it later, because we do want to watch it. Visa's, okay, what we're talking about, Visa's travel, we're talking about Australia and New Zealand, and then whether to combine the two or not on a cruise. Let's see here. The Down Under Cruises says do 2 cruises back to back, 1 Australia and 1 14 days New Zealand.
That is a good plan, because you know what?
I like that idea.
Because we're looking at 32 hours about to fly to Australia.
Yeah, it's a long trip. It's a really
That's a big one.
Trip.
And yeah. I certainly wouldn't come and do all that travel and stay for a week. That's going to be probably a 3-week or so excursion when we go. We're
going to need some serious time and money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to do it, we're going to do it right.
That's kind of our philosophy. Never do half work. If you are going to go for something, do it right. We wanted like a 3-day cruise, ended up hating it, and no, 7 days is kind of like a minimum.
Yeah.
Viso's travel is very forgiving. He says to travel on tour, no big deal, just come and watch it. We will, we promise, absolutely. And a Spiker says, I'm not sure. I'm wanting to do an evening time around 7 to check my lighting I have since we are on at 7 Saturday. Okay, again, Spikers, just let us know, and we'd be happy to help you out and run some tests and all that. So just let us know. Blaine then said to Spikers that Thursday would be good. Viso said to travel on tour, would love to go to Australia. Bucket list for sure. Yeah, we agree with that 100%. Daniel Field said some people say you need to stay at least 1 day per hour of one-way flight time. Oh, that's an interesting theory.
So we should say 32 days.
1 day per, yeah, that would equal 32 days.
Oh, okay. Boy.
I mean, I'm sure we could spend 32 days out there.
No problem.
Down under.
Yeah, down under.
Yeah, for sure. Jay Bowen likes that idea. Down under cruises we are in. There you go. Well, maybe that United Nations cruise is gonna
end up being Australia.
And Australia and New Zealand. There you go. Down under cruise. It's only money, folks. Only money. Yeah, that's if only it worked like that. Okay, let's see here. J&N Travel said, we like 12 to 14-day cruises in the fall, which is cheaper than a 7-day cruise. We thought the 7 days were too short.
I agree.
See, I think, I don't mind the 7 days, but, am I going to turn down a 14-day? No. At 7 days and above, then I'm at peace.
But you know what? My absolute dream is to do a world cruise.
How long would that take? 3 months, 4 months?
I'd like to do 120 days.
Yeah, that would be 4 months then.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, could you talk me into that? Probably.
I don't think it would take much talking either.
Shut up.
It was Kimberly's idea. She just, insisted that we go. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then I just went along.
Sure.
I don't want to disappoint you. What? I would do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would do that for you. What? You beat me! Oh! Why would you do that?
Because you have it coming.
Oh, that's not nice. Here, now I have a hard time reading.
Oh my gosh, you forgot English.
Welke taal moet ik nu? Oh, English, you mean? Okay, all right, back to English then. Blaine says 3 to 4 months is considered a world cruise.
Has anyone done a world cruise?
Yeah, I'd like to know that. Has anyone done one? If so, Type
Let
it
us
in the
know.
comments. Let us know. We would love to hear your experiences. Down on the cruise said, I would be in that, so would my wife. J Bone says they have a 296-day cruise beginning at $30,000. If we didn't have responsibilities, we would do it. Yeah, there is that issue, huh? The responsibilities. Out the window with responsibilities?
Oh, yeah, let's just go.
You just go
Let's
and
go.
why not?
Well, it's our responsibility to travel the world and meet new people. That's our responsibility.
Yeah, we have a duty to the world.
Yes.
We'll consider it that way. Duty to the world, greater purpose in life. We'll go with that. That sounds nice and noble, doesn't it? Yeah. Down Under Cruises is siding with you, Kimberly. No, Neil, shut up. You enjoyed the leg. Really, Down Under Cruises? You had to side with her? You serious?
Of course.
Oh, boy. Well, the WAC, I mean, it was worth getting the WAC over. I'll say that. Yeah. So, let's see. J Bone says, forget about the mortgage. We can live on a cruise ship. Hey, there you go. People do that.
I have seen that now, that there are some senior citizens that are living on cruise ships.
I believe there are some videos circulating on YouTube about that. Gotta check them out sometime. I'm curious how that would work. I mean,
they just go wherever that particular ship goes.
Yeah, because what I want to know is like trivial things like how are the rooms going to get cleaned if they live there all the time?
They clean the room just like they always do.
Like what?
Like, when the people come in and clean your room, they go in and clean their rooms.
Yeah, I don't know if it will work like that if you actually live on the ship.
It does.
And plus too, whenever a cruise is over and everyone disembarks, then what? You stay on the ship?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Down Under Cruise said, hey, this pandemic is teaching you to move your responsibilities into the laptop. Now, that is some really true words spoken there, Down Under Cruises. That's very, very true. In fact, we have been using a lot of the time to just get our channel going, get it up and running. Because obviously, once things go back to normal, we're not going to be able to put the time in it that we're doing now. And right now, we are treating it as, well, a full-time job, pretty much. Okay, J Bones said living on a cruise ship is cheaper than an assisted living place.
It is, because those start around $10,000 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? That is actually cheaper. Well, then it really becomes an option at some point. Spiker said, I have to run. You guys enjoyed it. Stay safe and healthy. Spikers, once again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your support. And again, I cannot stress enough, let us know. We would love to help you out for your own show. Let's see. Then Blaine said, yeah, sell everything, and when you get back, buy a new place. Yeah, that's the way to go, I guess. Why not? You just, yeah, why not? And Jay said they disembark like everyone else. They just reboard and keep the same room. Oh, so that is how that would work then. It's a bit inconvenient, I guess, but, if you really want to live on a cruise ship.
I don't think it's that inconvenient.
Well, yeah, I guess you could spend some time in the port and do some things. And,
pick up your mail.
Pick up your mail. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There is that. Oh, yeah. You're gonna
go
need
on your doctor's appointments.
like a postal box or something. Huh? Yeah, because you're not gonna have a mail slot on the cruise ship, obviously. Hey, Taser Travel is here. Hey guys, welcome. Glad to have you here. They said I would think living on a ship it works like a back-to-back. When you come into port after the cruise is over, you have to go up through customs and back on. Yeah. Yeah, because you are technically going out of the country. So how would that work then?
They do it.
I'm sure they do it. Yeah, I'll get there. No need to pack or move anything unless you have to change cabins. Yeah. So basically, you would get off the ship then, go through customs, spend some time in the port, get back on. That's probably how that would work, I would imagine. Blaine said to Daniel, Phil, Super Mario is in his condo in Miami. Okay. Jay said, and the two people I'm aware of that actually live on the ship don't do the same ship. Sometimes it's just a back to back, a back to back to back to back to back. Okay, all right. So that's how that would work then. Yeah, it's a bit of a nomadic life, I would imagine. But if you're all into sailing the world and spending the rest of your days that way, which I don't think is a really bad plan.
No, me either.
But yeah, it's better than sitting in like
An assisted
yeah, an
living.
assistant living. That's for sure. Down on the cruises now, buy rental properties and get the tenants to pay for your cruise. Didn't we think about it at some point?
Well, not in conjunction with cruising, but we did
No,
think
well,
about
no.
picking up some additional properties.
Yeah. Then Blaine said Super Mario's also is someone who lives on a ship full time. Oh, okay. I didn't heard of that terminology before. All right. I see Margaret has joined us. Hey, Margaret, how are you? All the way from California. Glad to have you with us. Thanks for stopping
Welcome.
by. Oh, I guess that is an actual person. Super Mario is the one who has been living on a cruise ship for the last 20 years.
Wow.
How many countries has this person seen, I wonder? That has to be something else. Visa's Travel apparently has also heard of him. Okay, we gotta check out Super Mario at some point too. Don't you love how we're getting homework?
Yes, it did.
That's for sure. So I didn't see any comments to the question if anyone has ever done a world cruise. So I don't think anyone has really done that quite yet. But those are so expensive.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just the money. It is getting that kind of time. I mean, eventually we would like to travel full time.
Yeah, that is our goal, for sure. Tasia Travel said Alana Zingano has some interviews with Super Mario. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Alana. So we'll check her channel out and see what we can find in her videos about this person. It sounds good to us. And then Margaret said, that is on my bucket list when I retire. I will do a world cruise before I die.
There you go.
Absolutely, Margaret. We agree 100%. We want to do something like that at some point as well. I'm not sure when or how, but
we will.
Is it a bucket list thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
We will definitely do
it. Yeah. Down on the cruise says, folks need to go to work now, so have an awesome day and stay safe, please. Down on the cruises, don't you worry. We actually extended our leave from work with another 2 weeks. So we're not going anywhere. We're staying home. We're staying safe.
And we're working on this.
You please do the same thing.
Yeah. Everybody stay healthy.
And thank you so much for stopping by. And then Blaine said, Alana Zingano has done an interview with Super Mario and also Mama Lee, who lives on the ship. Mm-hmm. So okay. Super Mario and Mama Lee. All right, we're going to look into that. Jay Bones said, Transatlantic is the next cruise I would love to do. Yes, that's something else we're considering, like a Mediterranean or, yeah, Ireland and England.
We've looked at that.
Yeah, we've looked at that. There are several options, really. We came really close to doing a Baltic cruise.
Yeah.
You know, the one that stopped in, what was it, Latvia, Estonia, St. Petersburg, Russia.
Okay, that one was a cruise.
Yeah, that was, the Baltic cruise.
And we also looked at doing a tour.
A tour of?
Baltic capitals, remember?
Oh, yeah, that trip that took you through, yeah, that was Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania. Those three countries are like right above one another. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we looked into doing that too. That seemed very interesting. Mm-hmm. Lots to do and to see there. And you know what? I don't think that is as touristy as some of the other countries in Europe. I mean, probably if you think of something like Italy, Spain, France, those countries are absolutely beautiful, but tourist-wise, yeah, it's all still very commercial, very touristy. Whereas I don't think the Baltics really are. Blaine said, I have done a world cruise. Then I woke up, guess it was a dream. Oh, Blaine, at least you had a nice dream. What can I say? Tasia Travel actually did the transatlantic cruise on the NCL Encore. Tasia, we would love to find out and to hear from you. Where did you go and how did you like it? Please let us know. Margaret said, I want to do an Antarctic cruise. Have you done one of those yet?
We haven't.
No.
We've looked at
but
it.
we are looking into doing that too.
But we look at everything.
Yes, there's many places we have yet to go to. And yes, Antarctica is, of course, a destination that speaks to our imagination. So we would absolutely consider an Antarctica cruise. Michelle Bound says, I've done a 12-day Baltic Sea girls trip before. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, see, so we were doing the right thing looking into that.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, did you go to St. Petersburg too? And if so, let me know, because I have a feeling that is an absolutely beautiful city. Visa Travel said, if you want a free Cunard or Princess Cruise, become a member of the Cruise Brothers. After you finish the Cunard and Princess Cruise training, you get a free cruise.
Oh.
There you go. All right. Perhaps something to look into. Jay Bones says, the wife and I are discussing one to Spain. Haha. Now, Spain happens to be one of my favorite countries in Europe. So yes, I can only recommend that. As a matter of fact, many years ago, I lived in Spain. It was only 1 year, but it was a year to never, ever forget. I was living in the Barcelona area at the time. And as soon as you stepped out of the house where we were living, there was palm trees, a beach. It was absolutely amazing. Very much loved living in Spain.
Lindsay is recommending a cruise to Amsterdam.
A cruise to Amsterdam. Well, they do have those.
I looked at some that start in Rotterdam.
Yeah? Start in Rotterdam and in Amsterdam? That takes 5 minutes.
No.
Here, she beats me again.
I forgot to cover the camera that time.
See, and now it is caught on camera. I have proof now, evidence. All right. So let's see. J Bone said, I just saw a video for Antarctica. It looks amazing. Now I want to do one. Yeah, again, it speaks to the imagination and destination like that. Slipped over the tongue there. CCK Media said, it would be so neat to see the best of series that tells us the best of certain area. Another great suggestion, CCK Media. Yeah, we should talk about that and how we could possibly do something like that. I mean, we have been to a nice bit of
it might be a nice collaboration type of thing.
Yeah, there you go.
For some of us that have, more moderately sized or smaller channels, to maybe do
joint effort.
A joint effort on maybe pick a certain place that we've all been, and maybe do a video, do a couple of minutes of our take on that particular area, and then put it up on all of our channels.
There you go. I don't know if you could put it on all of your channels.
Well, why not? If, say, everybody sends us their clip, and then we put it together and we put it up on ours. Yeah, but then we need to
send it somehow to them. How would we do that?
Okay, I'm sure we can.
Well, we'll think about that. Daniel Fields said, Transatlantic looks like a lot of sea days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're not into sea days, then perhaps Transatlantic may not be for you. But once you get to Europe, you're going to have several destinations pretty much in a row. There are several that are relatively close to each other.
Also depends too on what would be kind of nice is either way with the transatlantic, but I think I would rather start in the States and then go to Europe because of the jet lag situation.
Oh yeah, there is that. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking if I start in Europe, okay, I had to fly in, I have jet lag, and then I'm going to see several countries in a row, and I'm still going to be kind of jet lagged. Where if I start in the United States, say in Florida or New York, by the time I get to Europe, I'm already acclimated.
I never thought of that, but yeah, I would imagine it's easier that way.
I would think.
Yeah. Daniel Fields did a 9-day Baltic cruise and 2 days in St. Petersburg. Oh, I'm curious how that was.
I have heard mixed on St. Petersburg and Russia.
Yeah, some really love it and some really don't. Yeah. Well, I guess we'd have to see for ourselves.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Visos Travel said, Spain is my favorite country. Of course, I'm from Vigo, Spain. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Yeah. There you go. Jay and Travels asks, how many cruises do you book in advance? Well, we typically book just one cruise in advance, simply because of the deals you may find later on.
Okay.
Right? Am I saying that correct?
We
Because that's more
book
your end.
we book one in and just one at a time because of Neil.
Why? Because of me. What did I do now?
Because
Always me.
no, it's I would book five in a row. I book them all the way out. I would love to do that, but Neil likes it more one at a time. Deal with and focus on what we have coming up, and then book something else. Now, once we get to the point where we can travel more,
this is new information
we're
for me,
going to
just
go.
so you know.
Yay!
Good to know.
We're learning so much staying home together. Eventually, when we can start traveling more, then we're going to have to book things more than one at a time.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about booking more than one thing at a time?
Well, if it is for the right price.
Okay.
I mean, we can talk. So let's see here. Blaine is asking, to travel on tour, how many subscribers do you need before we get on a group cruise together? Oh boy.
I'll tell you what. When we hit that 1,000, we'll talk.
When we hit that 1,000, yes, we will
when
talk.
we hit the 1,000 with the 4,000 watch hours,
then it will be a good time to talk. So yes. Lindsay said Virtuoso offers cruises from and to Amsterdam. Lindsay, give us a bit more of an explanation. Where do they stop? I would like to know. I'm not too familiar with Virtuoso. Have you heard of them? Yeah. So please let us know where they stop. Let's see here. CCK Media is all for the collab idea you came up with, the collaboration idea. Okay.
It sounds neat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For something that we just thought of right now.
And also points out that it has been done. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, we have taken part in a collab by New York City Rocks, NYC Rocks, when we did basically the support video for all us travelers and all our subscribers and all that. We took part in that.
And it was fun.
Yeah, we enjoyed doing that. Absolutely. And then they say, Lindsay, Sterling, and Pentatonics did Radioactive. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
There you go. Michelle Bowen said, yes, Baltic Sea with Royal Caribbean, left from Southampton, England, flew into London, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Estonia, Belgium, and Russia. 2 days in St. Petersburg. Beautiful but crowded. And then Charlie J says, I didn't like, I'm figuring that means like St. Petersburg as much as it depressed me. Yeah, see, that is precisely what we were just talking about. There's people that seem to really like it, and then people that just find it depressing and are not that wild about it. Yeah, St. Petersburg was the low point in Baltic cruise experience. Oh, that's a shame. And Michelle said, with Russia, happy to have experienced it, but no need to go back.
I feel that way about Colombia.
I know, you really didn't care for that.
It was okay. I'm glad I went. Do I need to go right now again? No. But a lot of that had to do with the heat.
Yeah, oh yeah, that heat out there was I don't know what happened, but it must be the humidity.
Really hot.
Because temperature-wise, it was like in the upper 80s. So for those of you who work in Celsius, you're probably looking around 30 degrees Celsius. But it just felt so hot, like really steaming hot. We were sweating without that we really did much.
And I was seeing people doing roofing. And I thought to myself,
I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how they do it.
roofing is a hard job no matter where you live. And God bless anybody who does that. But there, oh my God.
Yeah. Daniel Fields, or actually Visa's Travel said, to travel through 1,000K and 4,000 hours, I'm with you, celebration cruise. There you go. There's another participant. Daniel Fields then said, St. Petersburg was great. Did an 8 and 9 hour excursion during the days, then added in a ballet at night. Lots of walking and palace tours, but it was great.
That would be amazing. See, I like that, the palace tours.
Having Tallinn right after was a nice change. Yeah, see, those Baltic countries have to be vastly different from Russia.
Oh, yeah.
I know they're often just piled up on one big pile together, but they're different. They really are. And from what it seems like from Daniel's comment, that is true. So yeah, I would like to do that too, like 8-9 hour excursion, maybe a folkloric evening or
We
something,
like that.
walking palaces, ballet, stuff like that. Why not? Jay Bowen said we have booked 3 right now and looking at one more, but 2 of them are a year and 2 years away. Wow, that's what I call planning
He
ahead.
would never let me book something 2 years out. He wouldn't.
What is the price you're getting it for?
You still wouldn't. I know you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a very flexible person.
Fine.
What?
The lightning's going to strike him, so I'm moving over this way.
No, I'm a very flexible person.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie J said, I'm doing Colombia as a part of my Panama cruise next year.
Oh, yeah, that's what we did. Colombia was part of.
Well, it was not a Panama.
Not really.
Really.
Panama, we did go to Panama.
It was one of the stops, but let me rethink here. Where did we all stop? We stopped in Jamaica. That was
Costa
one
Rica.
stop. Costa Rica, Colombia.
I like Costa Rica.
There were 2 stops in Mexico, I believe, and 1 in the Bahamas.
Could have been.
And then Panama, Costa Rica, yeah. So, well, when you're going to Colombia, again, just so you know, it's going to be very hot there. But I have to say, Old Cartagena is absolutely beautiful. That if you walk around there, plenty of picture opportunities, plenty of video opportunities. But be prepared, there is true poverty there. And what do I mean by that? Whenever you walk around in typically Western countries and you see poverty, you think of people standing around next to the road with holding up signs and stuff, but they don't look starving usually. I'm sure there are exceptions. In Colombia, people literally are starving, and that's why they're begging. It's a whole new level of poverty, and I've never seen anything like it.
And I will say this too, the vendors are aggressive.
Yeah, because it is truly their livelihood. That is how they make a living, and if they don't sell anything, they simply don't eat. Colombia, as we were told by our guide, doesn't have anything in place for minimal incomes. So if you don't have any income coming in from work or from retirement, I don't think that you even have retirement.
Yeah, no. But I did like Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So if Costa Rica's on your list too, I would say definitely. I mean, and there's a lot of beautiful destinations I'm sure you're hitting with that cruise.
Jay Bowen really wants to do a Panama cruise.
You should.
You know what? Yeah. We really like Panama, but we didn't go like all the way through the channel.
Lodge, yeah.
No, we didn't do the old locks. That is said to be quite an experience, though. And then he says, let's see, Visa's Travel says, to travel and tour cruise 2 years out is the way to go. You can do shout out to my daughter Ashley. She turns 16 tomorrow. Well, we sure can. Happy birthday. Way to go, Ashley. Yeah, 16. That's great. Then Jay Bowen says on the 50th celebration for Carnival and Sharon at Sea Group Cruise, and the other is one of the Mardi Gras initial cruises.
That's a brand new ship. Yeah.
There you go. That's a way to celebrate that. And Blaine said, speaking of livelihood, I hope those countries and ports that rely on tourism are doing okay. Prayers for them all. Yeah, Blaine, that's another part of this misery that's going on right now. We should not forget that indeed most of those countries run on us. It's that simple. And if we don't come, then they don't eat. And yeah, that's a terrible thing to conclude, but it's true nevertheless. But I'm with you on that. Let's really hope that they are going to be okay. Charlie has been to Costa Rica and loved it as well. Yeah, great. What did we do again in Costa Rica? We had a train ride, a little train ride through the jungle.
And we were on the water and we got to see different things.
We saw a little baby crocodile.
Yes.
That was great. It was just already not afraid of anything. It was just chilling in the sun. And it kind of looked like us, like, what are you going to do? And it was like this big. It was amazing. Loved it. CCK Media is asking, how many shows do you take in on the ship and of what kinds of entertainment is there? Great question, CCK Media. So We typically go to a show every night.
In the theater.
In the theater. It doesn't really matter to us what kind of show. We're very open-minded when it comes to that. It can be a musical. It can be a comedy show, stand-up comedy,
Magicians we want to see.
Acrobatics, anything really.
And we also enjoy some of the shows that they have in the lounges as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes there'll be more of a game show going on, or different bands. We enjoy that too.
Yeah. So it's really a wide variety of entertainment, and in your stateroom every night you get a whole leaflet, a whole paper, and it says on there everything that's going to be available for entertainment during the next day of your cruise. And there is really something for everyone. I mean, you could even consider the mixology class we did as
We
entertainment.
did a few of those. Those were nice.
Yeah. So there's truly something for everyone. Jay Bounce says, I have to ask the wife's permission to go on the Panama cruise. Oh boy. It's going to be one of those conversations, right, Jay? And then Michelle said the Carnival 50th Celebration Cruise is the 2022. Got to plan ahead for that. They are selling fast. I would imagine they are. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, I think I am all caught up. That's great. All right. So on Saturday we have the cruiseathon coming.
Yes.
Yeah, we just thought, let's throw in an extra live stream. See how it's gonna go. Hopefully we pull in some people from other countries, which we succeeded in. So that was great. We do have a question from Margaret coming in here. What are your biggest likes and dislikes about cruising? Margaret, I'm glad you asked, because once again, me and Kimberly are going to give you different answers. Ladies first.
I really like the food and trying different things. And I really, really like the opportunity to meet so many different people from so many different places and make those connections. Cruising, you will always find the most friendly people in the world on cruise ships. That is the truth. You can sit anywhere and conversations start. Hey, is this your first cruise? And then it just kind of goes from there. So that I love. I love the entertainment. My least favorite thing about cruising, sometimes it's overcrowded. That's my least favorite thing. As much as I love people and getting to connect with so many people, when it's overcrowded and I can't get through, it gets a little overwhelming. And that's why we enjoy retreating to our balcony.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And the other thing my least favorite thing about cruising is that I can't go all the
time. There you go. So as for me, Margaret, I very much enjoy that you have several stops. You get to see so many places in only one vacation. So it can be that you go to 4 different countries in a week time. I really, really enjoyed that. So it's it's a trip with a lot of variety, a lot of learning experiences, a lot of places to see and to take in, and that's what I really like about it. The food, for sure, I'm more of a buffet kind of person, but I love the food on cruise ships. Usually I do. Not saying that there is no good dining rooms. There are, absolutely. Our Royal Caribbean dining room was the best we have had so far.
I like the Divina dining room this time.
Yeah, that was nice too. Yeah. So yeah, that and then I really like, this is gonna sound strange, sitting on the balcony and just watching the water and having a little sea breeze go by, having a nice little drink, a snack, something like that. The shows, not to mention, big fan of those. Activities to do like mixology classes. And there's really not that much on a ship I don't really care for, but crowds, after a while, that really starts getting to me, and that's why we always get a balcony. I would have to say crowds is my biggest issue, particularly after a while.
We pretty much agree.
On that part, yes. On that part, yes. Yeah, how about that, huh?
What else do we have? Lots more things.
So let's see here. Yeah, it's time to catch up here. Okay. Griswold, welcome back. Welcome back. J&M Travels asking, how many cruises have you taken and when did you start?
Hmm.
Well, you have taken a few more cruises than I have.
I have.
But
I
I've been
have.
to more countries.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but let's go to this question here. So, how many cruises are you at now? I think you're at double digits. 10?
I'm at 10 or 11.
I think I'm at 6 or so. Is that right? 6 or 7?
I think 7.
Maybe 7. Yeah. And when did we start? Together, we started back in 2015. That's when we
Cruising.
started cruising. We've been traveling before that time, but 2015 was when we started cruising together. It was my first cruise. Kimberly already had been on a few cruises by then. I didn't think much of it at first. Like, okay, you get on a ship, the ship takes you from place A to place B, and then you just go look around. And then I stood on the balcony the first
He got
time.
hooked.
And that is where I got hooked. When I was standing on that balcony overlooking the shore and everything out there in Florida, that is when I got hooked. That moment, I can pinpoint it just like that. Griswold family, if is just listening and eating, why not? Hey, like we said, this is just to have an easy time. We're just being ourselves, just chatting around, easy going. That's our style.
I've been cooking a whole lot since we've been off, huh?
Yes, and that's a good thing. Because here's the deal with that.
I've even been baking and we're
love
alive.
eating, but I hate cooking. And we all know how I solve that.
Yeah, he married me.
Yeah, Italian roots, can't go wrong. So Charlie says, you are so right about cruises. They are the friendliest people ever. Amen to that, Charlie. Yes, absolutely. And when we really started with this very channel, and we try to find communities that have the same interest as us. That is what we noticed too. It's all very welcoming, very how shall I put it, open
and warm.
It's open, warm. Yeah. I was really astonished, to be honest with you, exactly how welcoming everyone has been. It's amazing, and the support has been
Very
tremendous, and it has helped us a lot.
Yes,
absolutely. Josh is asking or saying, I'm wondering how many changes are going to come from all of this. Josh, if you ask me, I think a lot. There have already been some videos circulating on YouTube in which some of those upcoming changes are being pointed out. One of them, not in the last place, was, well, the changes with the buffet, that it might very well mean the end of buffets in the way we know them now. So they're talking about having staff members off the ship serving you food at the buffet.
But you know what, though? When you go to some nicer restaurants that do have a buffet, or you go to a wedding to a buffet, a lot of times you are being served at the buffet by staff.
Oh, carving station, yeah.
Yeah, carving station. Just think of it as expanding that.
Yeah. And I think with respect to the way we are boarding, I think that might change as well.
I think everybody's going to go through
the thermometers and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? That may not be a bad thing.
We did that getting on the Divina because they had already started it, and really, it was like so easy. It wasn't a big deal. We just walked through past like a screen with a camera.
Oh yeah.
They said, "Wait."
Yeah, just wait 1 second.
Wait, go, and that was it. I mean, it wasn't intrusive at all.
No. We didn't think anything of it. It was 1 second.
It was more like, oh, was that it?
Yeah, we're like, oh, that, yeah. So no problem at all. And Josh is asking for thumbs up for us. Thank you so much, Josh.
Yeah, that would be good.
You know what, Josh? This just proved what we were just talking about. That this whole cruising community is so supportive of each other. It's really, really amazing. And you can't possibly imagine how much we appreciate it. We really, really do. Margaret thanked us for our answer. You're welcome. Josh Adams said, smart man, LOL. Yeah, that's probably about how I solved the eating problem.
Well, you never had an eating problem. You just have a cooking problem.
Yes. Yeah, I think you phrased that right. Blaine said, I bet there will be multiple embarkation sections instead of one gangway. More hand
Yes.
sanitizer stations, it will be noticeable. Yeah, you're probably right, Blaine. Go ahead.
On the Meraviglia, they have, by the buffet, they have several sinks and hand washing stations.
1 second. CCK Media is leaving here. Gotta run, guys. Thanks for being awesome. CCK Media, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping
We
by.
hope to see you again. Enjoyed having you here.
What I can see changing, like I said, I saw that, and that's a newer ship. A lot of people weren't taking the opportunity to wash their hands, though.
No.
And a lot of the cruise lines already had, the hand sanitizer and the washy, but
washy.
But I think that they are probably going to make it more mandatory at those hand washing stations for people to actually wash their hands before they go in, which can only benefit us all.
Yeah, it really would. And you know what? Your comment, Blaine, about the embarkation section instead of one gangway, I kind of thought about that. I could see, for instance, that it isn't anymore like one big group boarding at a time, but like smaller groups boarding at a time over a longer period of time.
They were talking about, like, a lot of the cruise lines now send you a time that you're supposed to be there, but nobody pays attention to it.
No.
And we go when we want. And
I think people are going to be more held to that.
That's what they're talking
time.
about. Is if your embarkation time is at 11, you must be there at 11. Not 10, not 2, at 11.
Yeah.
So, and that would keep the line smaller and keep everything more orderly as well.
Yeah. J&N Travel said cruising will never be the same, but a lot of it will be long overdue changes for the better.
See, that's a positive way to look at it.
Yeah, it is, and we agree with it.
Definitely.
Absolutely. There are some changes that have been necessary for quite some time, and hopefully it will not only prevent another pandemic, but just overall health of passengers on cruise ships.
And you know what, too, is when somebody reaches over with their hand and takes something on the buffet, or they're touching something, they should say something to them.
Yeah, they could be a bit more strict about it. Yeah. I agree. I mean, it's just flat out rude. I mean, you got to keep in mind, you are on board with so many thousands of people.
This is not your dinner table at home.
No, be a bit respectful. That's all that it should be. Blaine then said, I just hope the staff's being cautious when they serve us. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I hope they're being smart.
We never do. Whenever we go out to eat, it's not our kitchen.
No.
So, I mean, there's always that. But that won't change.
And that is why I no longer eat at the one Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, he got really sick.
Now, keep in mind, my stomach pretty much dissolves everything. You could throw a bar of steel in there and probably just turns into liquid.
Yeah.
But that time at that Mexican restaurant, I don't know what was going on, but I found myself crippled on the couch.
The thing is I had different food. I didn't get sick.
None of it was any good.
I woke up in the middle of the night and there's no Neil in bed, and I'm like, where is he? And I come downstairs and he's laying on the couch in a ball, and I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong?
It wasn't pretty.
And he was sick like that for 24 hours.
Yeah, that took me a day to get over that one. Fisher from Ventures is going to have dinner. Speaking of food, Fisher, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
We were planning on an hour.
Yeah, we almost doubled that time now. But enjoy your dinner. And then Viso is asking, who created your logo? Are you the artist? It is so cool.
No, that is actually my daughter, Allison.
Yes, she is indeed a great artist. And we actually approached her and said, you know what, we still need a nice logo. And she came up with that, and we just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
She has a very unique art style.
Yeah. So that's how that came about. I think we are all caught up with the comments at this point. Yes, we are. Okay, so that was about the logo.
And I will let her know how much y'all like it.
Oh yeah, we're going to pass on the compliments. You can count on that. Mellow Kid says, I already hate her. Jay Brown said, okay, guys, good getting to know you. Gotta go run some errands. Okay, Jay, thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you next time. Okay.
I think we're going to be wrapping things up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be wrapping things up here. So do we have some updates regarding our channel at this point? Other than that, we now have a Twitter account too.
Yeah.
We don't do a whole lot with it yet,
we have
but
Instagram
we are
as well.
I'm
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
We will be posting another video here soon on Jewel Paradise Cove. It's going to be about the entertainment. There was a lot of questions about the entertainment on an all-inclusive resort.
But Margaret is leaving. Margaret, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope to see you next time.
Saturday,
that would be the next possibility.
10 a.m.
Yep.
So there was a lot of talk today about that entertainment at an all-inclusive resort, so we're doing a whole video about it. So at least at that particular resort. So that'll be the next video that we have coming. Yeah,
and I think there's like a total of 2 more videos at least about the resort in Jamaica.
2?
Yeah. With entertainment and food.
Yeah. And then probably after that, we're probably going to drift into another more cruise content from the Meraviglia.
Yeah, there is that. Oh, we got plenty of content coming. Actually, I think we can kind of weather this no content storm.
I hope.
Because we have a lot of videos in the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. Blaine says, this was a great stream. Can't wait for Saturday. Neither can we, Blaine.
Yeah, we're excited.
Very excited for Saturday. See if we can break our record yet again. At the highest amount I saw at some point in the chat here was 22, which is absolutely phenomenal.
So how many do you think we're going to have on Saturday, Blaine?
Yeah, do let us know. We're curious what your expectation is there. Viso Travel said, to travel on tour, she's fantastic, great artist. Any tips on how you are growing so fast? Well, we got several.
It's, to be perfectly honest, it's something we both want.
Yeah, that is first and foremost the important thing here. You have to really want it and really, really go for it. And have to be all in.
And we definitely have different styles of doing things.
Yes.
And so,
but let that work in your benefit.
Definitely. So the groups of people that I might be talking to may be different than the groups of people that Neil talking to. And we truly, truly love travel. And
so we network in different ways. So Kimberly, for instance, has been more so focused on getting people from the all-inclusive in Jamaica involved. Whereas I have more so been networking with other YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And so becoming part of other communities out there is very important.
I also joined several different communities that are maybe not content communities, that are more of people that like cruise communities or like MSC communities. And let them know that we have the videos up about the MSC division.
Real quick in between, I see Michelle and Charlie are leaving. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Really enjoyed having you here tonight. And please do make sure you stop by next time. We'd love to see you again.
Yeah. So basically just being us and kind of...
Yeah, try to not be someone you're not. So just be yourself.
And hopefully it'll keep going this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like I said, we have that goal, and now I think y'all going to hold us to it. If we hit that 1,000 with 4,000, we're going to have to do a group cruise, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to get held to that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Griswold is saying this has been a great stream. Thank you, Griswold. We really appreciate that. And then Blaine said, when you visit all the lives, you can just say hello and be active. Let people know your creator, cause most do creators shout outs. Yeah, see, Blaine, I'm glad you mentioned that. That is another point indeed that I can underscore here. That is very important. Just be involved. Be involved with the world you want to be involved with. So in our case, that is travel. So go out there, explore the communities that do exist already. And simply try to join, try to get some conversations going, and
just like when you're sitting on a cruise ship.
Post comments to videos you're interested in, watch them, And yeah, that's basically what we have been doing so far. Okay, so wrapping it up, we have been here like 2 hours now. That's crazy.
My stomach's growling. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, it's about that
Everybody's
time.
eating and saying, I'm eating, I'm eating.
It's about that time for us to eat as well. So, next video, probably entertainment at the resort in
Yes.
Jamaica. J&M Travels, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We have the Twitter account. We went over that. Saturday, 10 a.m. We will be kicking off the cruise-a-thon, which we are very excited for.
Very excited.
Very much looking forward to that. For those of you watching from Europe, from the Netherlands and perhaps Germany, that will be, let me see, 10 plus 6, it will be 4 in the afternoon. And if Noor is still here, it will be 3 in the afternoon his time. So yes, we hope to see you again then. Josh is asking, what's for dinner? I'm going to look at my wife for that one. What's for dinner?
Actually, I'm going to make turkey burgers.
Turkey burgers!
Barbecue turkey burgers with pineapple.
Delicious, delicious. Fiso said, to travel and tour do basically the same things. Just wondering if I was missing something. Thank you. Okay, you know what, Fiso? We will talk about that. We'll sit down at some point and just go over that and see if you are missing something or if we're missing something.
Yeah,
That's
please.
possible
Anybody
too.
who has ideas on how we can help our channel to grow, please do let us know.
Yes, tips are always welcome. We're still only starting out. We've been around for, well, a little more than a month at this point, but that is about it. And then Blaine said, Visus travels tonight at 7.
Oh.
Then Griswold at 8. DNG Explorers at 9. Let me see. Yeah, Griswold 8. DNG Explorers, then 9 p.m. the ship show. Okay, so there is still plenty of great creators out there, guys, that can really
for this evening
that you can enjoy this evening. So please stop by and support them too.
Yes.
All right. That was it for today, I think.
I think so. We just things that we have to figure out. We have to figure out how to get our intro on our lives.
Yeah, we need to work that OBS software a little better. Yeah.
And hopefully for our live on Saturday, we'll have better lighting.
Yes.
We got some new lighting. We got to get that up and got to give that a try.
Yeah, we do.
I think that's pretty much about it.
And that's pretty much it. All right. Sounds good. All right. So the time has come for us to say goodbye to everyone, at least for now.
For now.
It will be Saturday that you all have the possibility to join us again. And then we can talk some more traveling because we're never done talking about that.
Yeah.
If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I know many of you already have, but for those of you who haven't yet, we can always use more subscribers.
Yes.
So please do hit that notification bell on so you know you get notified every time we have something new for you.
And also, if you want to share it with others, we'd appreciate that too, because the sooner we get to the 4,000, the sooner we get the group cruise.
Yes, there's that too. And on Facebook, if you wish to join our To Travel and Tour community, all you need to do is just send us a message one way or another here on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever.
And
we'll gladly send you an invitation. We do allow you to also promote your own channel, your own content there. We're all in this together. So very low key there, very easy going.
Anybody have anything else to say?
Let's see what's going on. Griswold is leaving. Thanks for stopping by, Griswold. Thank you so much. Okay, Josh, Blaine, I was just letting you know it's live. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, until next time, I'm Neil.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is To Travel and Tour TV. Bye.
Bye.